The Big Dipper, also known as the Plough or the Great Wagon, is arguably one of the most easily recognizable groups of stars in the Northern Hemisphere. But how many stars are there in it? To the unaided eye, it might look like there are 7, but if you take a closer look, this number can change. It turns out that depending on how you count them, there are between 7 and 12 stars in the Big Dipper. Stick around as we explore the Big Dipper in this episode of Cabin Fever Astronomy with the Edelman Planetarium. When we think of a star, we usually think of a point of light up in the sky. If you point a telescope at some stars, though, you might find that what looks like one star to your eyes may actually be multiple stars. Sometimes you'll see 2 stars close together that are unrelated, a double star, and other times you might see 2 stars close together that physically orbit each other, a binary star or star system. 3 of the apparent stars in the Big Dipper are such star systems. These stars are Dupa, Thecta, and Mizar. Dupa and Thecta are binary stars, but Mizar is quite interesting. First, if you have a good eye, you might notice there's another star right beside Mizar in the sky. That star is known as Alcor, and Mizar and Alcor together form a double star, again meaning that Alcor looks to be close to Mizar in the sky, but the two are unrelated and not part of the same star system. Point a telescope at them, and you'll see that Mizar itself looks like it has 2 stars, appearing to be a binary like Dupa and Thecta. But if we could fly over and visit the Mizar system, we'd find things aren't as they seem. So let's visit Mizar. Here we are, the Mizar star system. From high above the system, it still looks like Mizar has just 2 stars, named Mizar A and Mizar B, but I promise there's more here. We're going to have to get closer to one of these stars, so first let's visit Mizar A, the brighter of the 2. What we find is that Mizar A is actually 2 stars, Mizar AA and Mizar AB. Mizar B is a similar story, being made up of 2 stars named Mizar BA and Mizar BB. Mizar isn't a binary, it's a double binary, 4 stars close together making up a single star system. Incidentally, Alcor is also a binary star, so the double star of Mizar and Alcor is made up of a binary and a double binary. There's some debate as to whether Alcor is part of the Mizar system, in which case Mizar would be a sextuple star system or a system of 6 stars, but it might be some time before we know for sure. Now, Mizar and Alcor aren't the only double in this patch of sky. If we look back to the cup of the Dipper and follow Thecta toward Dupa and then out a bit and look through a telescope, we'll find what looks like 2 fuzzy patches. These 2 fuzzy things are the galaxies M81 and M82, also known as Bode's Galaxy and the Cigar Galaxy. At each about 12 million light-years from us, M81 and M82 are some of the closest galaxies to our own. What makes these 2 galaxies really interesting is that M81 and M82 are also located quite close together and likely had a near collision a few 100 million years ago. They're close enough together that each galaxy's gravity affects the other. This has left M82 badly distorted and has caused the rapid birth of many stars toward its center, resulting in its classification as a starburst galaxy. These 2 galaxies should collide in a few billion years and merge to form a far larger galaxy. Still with me? It's okay if you're seeing double. There are a lot of other object pairs scattered throughout the sky, so take a look some night and see what you can find. And in case you get lost, don't worry. We'll be back soon to guide you with another episode of Cabin Fever Astronomy. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed.